Look at this. Look at this. ASPCA. They always asking for donations. But what do they do? What do they do with the donations? Well, you know what they do. They eventually put more dogs into more homes. That's where their business is. That's what they ultimately want to do. Put more dogs into more people's homes. And they have an option of a one-time donation and a monthly. And if you look at the internet, there are a lot of dog lovers searching around for dog shelters to donate to. And from what I gather, most of their money comes from donations and the government. Yes. These people use government money to fund dog culture. How many of y'all knew that? Just do a search. Say shelters. Government funding. Federal government provides fundings. No. Dog shelters. What are you talking about? While some animal shelters receive government funding, most don't unless they are run by or have a deal with the municipality. Listen. All these nutters get some type of government funding. They're lying. But even if they don't, they get nonstop donations. And the donations is basically funding anyways. But they do use our tax dollars. They use our tax dollars on top of the donations. My question is, what are they doing with the money? What do you have to show for it? All these millions of dollars. Here recently, 100 different shelters received over $1 million just for senior dogs. Just so they can adopt out senior dogs. You believe that? This was reported just a few hours ago. And it's one of those no-kill shelters, second chance animal sanctuaries, awarded a grant. Grant money, that's our money. It's coming from our tax dollars.
Sometimes at-risk senior dogs need a little more help to keep up their good health. WENY's Alicia Solorzano is here to tell us about how Second Chance Animal Sanctuaries in Tioga, Pennsylvania has been awarded a grant to help their older residents of the shelter. Alicia, what can you tell us?
Marcy, the Gray Muzzle organization is a nonprofit that focuses on the well-being of senior dogs. Every year, they pick 100 animal welfare groups to receive a grant to help that mission. This year, Second Chance Animal Sanctuaries in Tioga is one of them.
As is every year, they just give away over $1 million to nutter shelters.
Second Chance Animal Sanctuaries is home to Peanut, a 7-year-old dog. At the ripe old age of 7, he is now considered a senior. Like many dogs who are Peanut's age and older, they need a little extra help and care.
No, they need to be euthanized. Stop wasting our money. Everything you see here
and older.
Everything you see here costs money. The fencing, the facility. Stop wasting our money. Put them all down.
At the ripe old age of 7, he is now considered a senior. Like many dogs who are Peanut's age and older, they need a little extra help and care.
A lot of people are scared of seniors. They say they're going to have all these problems. And veterinarians are giving us advice. We're going out to kids and trying to show them older dogs are fun dogs. You know, they're kind of laid back more, but they're sometimes a gentle dog.
In order to help dogs keep up their fun nature, Second Chance needed some support. That is where the Gray...
In order for older dogs to keep up their fun nature, listen to the scam. oh, donate so that we can help older dogs keep up their fun. They will say anything. And it's all scammer type cons. And it's almost like people prefer to be scammed. And notice how they muted the volume so that you couldn't hear these bloodthirsty dogs, violent mutants, barking incessantly, violently. Don't need no food, water, shelter, or money. Need euthanasia. Nothing but euthanasia for these trash mutants.
In order to help dogs keep up their fun nature, Second Chance needed some support.
Fun nature, their killer nature. You want to keep them in good enough shape to launch attacks whenever they want. That's what you're keeping up. That's what you're maintaining. All this funding they're talking about, they're funding the destruction of communities.
That is where the Gray Muzzle Organization grant comes in.
It was so exciting to get this grant. We had these ideas from the Gray Whiskers that we wanted to do, but we didn't have the funding because we're a nonprofit, not funded by anyone.
See how they claim to do all these things with more funding. Millions of dollars. If I had $1 million, you'd be able to see what I'm doing with it. Because I'd be on tours all across the place. I'd first put on blast these grocery stores. I would travel, I would spend entire days on end video or filming people going in and out of these stores and jumping all over the nutters, bringing their pet dogs in the stores. Force these people to at least follow the law, because dog culture is so out of hand, these people don't even pay attention to the law no more. Where you literally need to invest in order to get them to follow the law, because the only way to do it is to put them on blast on an individual level to where the CEOs, the corporations for say like Kroger or whatever is being flooded with video footages of people bringing dogs into these stores to the point where it makes business bad. And it's a simple fix. All they have to do is make sure somebody's at the door to regulate it. So they're getting all this money playing with millions of dollars. What are they doing with it? Nothing. Nothing at all. We have no idea where most of it goes, but we know some of it goes to feed these worthless mutants and to put them in communities, to destroy communities. Everything they do is negative. Whereas the people who try to do something positive, they don't get not even recognition. They don't even get support by recognition.
Public donations.
Second Chance's Gray Whiskers program promotes the adoption of senior dogs. With the grant from Gray Muzzle, they will now be able to build this program even further and spark more action.
No, that's a lie. You're not even clear on what the money's going to. Because they're just throwing out lies and scams.
Dogs. With the grant from Gray Muzzle...
What'd she say?
Anyone, just by public donations.
Second Chance's Gray Whiskers program promotes the adoption of senior dogs. With the grant from Gray Muzzle, they will now be able to build this program even further and spark more...
So with the more money, what they gonna use it for? To promote older dogs? Now you can keep them better fed? No, it's all a scam.
Action.
Will allow us to help at least a dozen dogs with whatever needs they have.
Y'all just looking for handouts. That's what you're doing. Looking for something for free. Gimme, gimme, gimme. When you ain't doing nothing for the community. Just making them more dangerous and chaotic.
And we hope the spark of this grant gets people to say, you know what, I want to contribute to that to keep it going. So it not only will help animals directly, but it may be the spark that starts this program to help at-risk senior dogs.
Shut up.
Second Chance is also...
These people ain't doing nothing but pocketing that money. Nothing but pocketing that money. I pay about $90 a month for internet service. So I'm basically paying to do good deeds, to spread awareness. I'm paying. Imagine how much I could do if I was being funded like them. Y'all don't even have nothing to show, even though y'all getting all this money. Some of it coming from us. Just a bunch of con artists. Now here's that organization that gives millions away to shelters across the country. This year they said they gave it to 100 different shelters. Government money. And we wonder how they're funded. And on top of this, they get nonstop donations from nutters. Nutters have no problem funding the destruction of communities. And that's all this is. Them making communities more dangerous. And then you have the scammers of the pro-pit bull type, the bully breed advocates. They, even more so, have not a leg to stand on. Their propaganda is a scam on its face, and they still get supported. Have you seen the lifestyle of some of these bully breed advocates? They're living very well and get mostly donations. But what information do they have that proves that bully breeds are no different than any other breeds? What's the most popular dogs in the United States, for example? You'll find different sources. This one says number 1, Chihuahua, 2, French Bulldog, 3, Golden Retriever, German Shepherd, Shih Tzu, Golden Doodle, Yorkshire Terrier. They got the American Pit Bull Terrier at number 8 and 9. Wikipedia has a list. They go by Kennel Club registrations. Broke it down between the UK and the United States. And in the UK and in the United States, bully breeds are not at the top of the list. And look at how much space there is between Labrador retrievers and all other dogs. 123,000 registrations in 2006. The next closest was 48,000. So easily, these top dogs should lead in attacks, in fatalities, in mutilations. And it's pretty much the same year after year. You don't find no bully breeds at top of the list. But yet, when you look at fatalities, all you see for the most part are bully breeds. But yet these same peoples, their con works. You look at fatalities or mutilations, you see almost all bully breeds. Rottweiler, bully breed. Mastiff, bully breed. Bull Mastiff. These are all bully breeds. But they are some of the most well-supported and well-financed group of nutters in the country. This country is backwards. It's backwards. The con artists, the scammers, the people who make communities worse, who actually spill blood, who actually responsible for getting people hurt and tortured, they get 100% of support from society. People like us get none. None. You think they're going to give us a grant? Could you imagine them offering grants to dog culture critics? $1 million? Again, I'm paying into. I get about $200 from YouTube a month, from the donations that I get and the members to the channel. It amounts out to a little over, sometimes under $200. Offset that with my $90 a month internet bill. right? And that's just the internet bill. What are they doing with millions of dollars? You can't, they got nothing to show for it except for their facilities are still maintained. They're not hurting for money themselves. They pocketing much of that money. Lying. You can tell they're lying. These cons, oh, help us save more animals. Help us save. So you give them money. Now they can go on more rescue missions. Now they can get more dog food to keep them in good shape and eventually put it in somebody else's home. And then you will hear about it ripping somebody's face off. That's the extent of what dog culture does for society. And it's so bad that that group of people gets government funding. You really can't make this up. And I wanted to hop on here and rant about that. I've not been motivated to go live. My apologies. If I'm not motivated, it's best if I don't go live at all. But I did want to get this off my chest.